Hello, good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sridhar.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ashwini.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Ajay. Today, as part of the third module, we will discuss digital forensics, which is a very important topic. We need to understand what is a digital forensic, what is the process involved, and also just we have to explore what is a network forensics. Friends, you may be knowing Data Security Council of India DSCI in the last year in the um, 2000 in 2019 October 12th we had conducted a workshop on privacy and cyber security wherein we have invited the person who is the CEO of the Digital Security Council of India, DSCI, uh, Sri Venkatesh. So he's the one who involves in digital forensics. He is the expert in that. After his post graduation, he has done his certification program in cyber forensics. Now, with the kind of scope he has got, he is moving to different nations and participating with the different meeting with respect to the digital forensics with the different governments, not only state governments of India, with the governments of other countries. And the digital forensic certification courses will enable you to have a job opportunity since, as per the government norms, every company has to have a cyber security center and digital forensic center. Apart from this, you will also get an opportunity to work as a cyber investigation officer. So these are all the different scopes. If you can take up some project and some certifications in the area of cyber forensics. Also, you should aware that Infosys is having a digital forensics laboratory established, and it offers internship wherein it actually looking with a red carpet to join several students for the internship. That means to say there are several opportunities for you, especially for the MCA. It's a good opportunity to work on the cyber forensics. Digital cyber forensics and cyber security both are important. You'll see what are the basics idea of cyber security and cyber forensics also. Today, I'll be giving an introduction on cyber forensics. Followed by that, I'll be giving an overview of digital forensics. Very first, we have to understand the word cyber. As you are all aware, word cyber is associated with computer, internet, in general, in its basic sense, any gadget which is capable of communicating comes under the ambit of cyber. So we define cyber as a prefix used in a growing number of terms to describe new things that are being made possible by the spread of computers. Anything related to the internet also falls under cyber category. Now coming to the forensics, forensics it is a scientific test and technique used in connection with the detection of crime. It's a part of the investigation after the crime has happened. Cyber forensics discipline combines elements of law, computer science to collect and analyze data from computer systems, mobiles, networks, communication systems, and storage devices in a way that is admissible in a court of law. So, the cyber forensic report finally enters the court of law in front of the judge, in front of the attorney. It should be in a presentable format, right? That way, a cyber forensic investigation officer should present the data after the investigation. Information and data of value to an investigation, it may be stored, or it may be received, or it may be transmitted by an electronic device. This device is acquired when data or electronic devices are seized and secured for examination. Digital evidences may be found in storage devices like hard disk, CD, DVD, memory card, USB drive, mobile phones, SIM card, online resources like mail servers, cloud servers, or data centers. Digital evidences can be hidden, not may be available directly, may be hidden in files which are password protected. Files may be encrypted, or files may be stenographically secured. So an investigation officer has to take out the hidden data which are stored in the secured format, encrypted format, authenticated form. So it is a challenge for the investigation officer. Digital evidences can be hidden in hard drives, which are encrypted drives, formatted hard disks, host protected area, called HPA in short, device configuration overlay, DCO in short. Digital evidence could be related, and this evidence may be required in order to deal with online fraud, unorganized crime, identity or data theft, unauthorized access, malicious files, virus attacks, cyber attack, data alteration, cyber defamation, cyber pornography, online gambling, sale of illegal items. These are some of the related activities to which data evidence could be related. Let us understand the digital forensics or cyber forensics as a process, and this process has consisting of 4 phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. Phase 1 is the identification phase, phase 2 is the acquisition phase, phase 3 is securing the collected data, phase 4 is documentation and reporting. In phase 1, identification of storage media for potential evidence, identification of transmission media for collection of potential evidence is carried out. Phase 2, acquisition of the storage media or collection of transmitted information is collected. Securing collected media or data and forensics analysis of the acquired media happens in phase 3. In phase 4, documentation and reporting in the format as expected by the court of law is prepared. So these are the 4 phases which consist of investigation. Identifying traces of network or computer intrusion, processing network packets or log files, identifying and examining malicious files, employing techniques to crack file and system passwords, detecting steganography, recovering deleted, fragmented, hidden or corrupted data, analyzing online activities. These are the some of the activities that we can identify and enlist as part of the identification process, that is phase 1 of digital investigation process. Maintaining evidence custody procedure. Once evidence is being collected, a procedure has to be followed which explains who has to have the custody of the evidences, and evidences obtained have to be documented. What format has to be used will be clearly made known to the investigation officer, maybe by the court or by the authority who is higher than the cyber investigation officer. As per the custody procedure, documents, evidences, documents of evidences have to be maintained. This is to prevent tampering of data or identifying tampering. And next, we'll go to the why we need to go for cyber investigation. Cyber investigation may be involving low capital compared to the other investigation, minimal or no operational cost, minimal or no maintenance cost, algorithmic or logic is known to the user, source code is freely available for access, editing and customization, extensive support from the open source community, free usage to any number of users. Whereas the traditional one may involve high capital cost, operational cost is high, maintenance cost is high, okay, and these are some of the disadvantages we can say. There are some computer crime unit, you can go to different websites. If you just search in the Google, you'll get the different digital forensics laboratories or units. For example, if I search in the Google, the digital forensics laboratories available in India, Bangalore, you'll get Ramurthy Nagar, Infosys Digital Forensics Laboratory. And if you search in the web URL as mentioned here, you'll get Belgian Federal Computer Crime Unit, and you can see what type of cyber forensic investigation happens, and an advanced network forensic framework by Australian Federal Police, Brisbane, Australia can be seen. Regarding that, some information can be seen at sourceforce.net. Project in the software and system division supported by law enforcement, standard office and Department of Homeland Security can be seen here. So these are some of the URLs which give some idea, not necessarily you have to do as part of your syllabus study. But however, looking at such URLs gives an idea of what a cyber forensic laboratory is and how they do the investigation. In continuation with that, the Open Computer Forensics Architecture OCFA is a modular computer forensics framework built by Dutch National Police Agency. You can look at this. This gives an extended version of whatever we have discussed so far. Forlanix, a framework for analysis, and Triga of data forensics is available in this digital forensics framework. So these are the some of the important URLs that you can go through that, and to have this slides, you can go to slideshare.net, ZY Expert, an introduction to cyber forensics and open source tools. Friends, we have to have a cyber forensics overview with this introduction. Now, we will see what is cyber security and how it is related to forensics. Cybersecurity, as you are all aware, which safeguards and which tries to avoid certain breaches, certain malicious softwares, right? And it works based on the cybersecurity principles of CIA plus R: confidentiality, integrity, availability, and R stands for non-repudiation. Let us have the cybersecurity definitions of what, why, and how. What is cybersecurity? Why cybersecurity? And how cybersecurity in correlation with forensics. Cybersecurity tends to focus on how malicious actors use electronic assets. It may be an internet, wide area network, local area network, routers, printers, network appliances to attack information. So this is what with respect to what. It focuses on how malicious actors use electronic assets. Okay. Why cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is to prevent individuals, organizations, financial institutions, and universities from cyber attacks, including kill chains, zero-day attacks, ransomware, and malware attacks. How cybersecurity? Running the assets safely with security implementation of databases, networks, hardware, firewalls, and encryption. Coming to the cyber forensics, the practice of gathering, retaining, and analyzing computer related data for investigation purpose in a manner that maintains the integrity of the data and presentable to the court of law is cyber forensics. This is with respect to what of cyber forensics. Coming to the how of cyber forensics, through the digital forensics investigation process, as we have listed: identification, preservation, analysis, and presentation. Friends, we have explained about phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. This is the designation or the title of the every phase. The phase 1 is identification, phase 2 is the preservation, phase 3 is analysis, and phase 4 is the presentation. The digital forensics investigation process, in short called as IPAP: identification, preservation, analysis, and presentation. Why cyber forensics? Cyber forensics used in criminal investigation to identify what happened, how it happened, when it happened, and the people involved. Based on the cyber forensics investigation, a court applies the law and takes a decision and gives verdicts. What is the relationship between cyber security and cyber forensics? Cyber security aims to protect electronic assets from breaches, whereas cyber forensics explains how a policy became violated and who was responsible for it. So, cyber security can take feedback from the forensics. It may reinforce its security mechanisms by taking the feedback from the cyber forensics. That means, so here cyber forensics for its process of investigation takes some input from the cyber security after the investigation, where it identifies who was involved, what breaches has happened, what data was corrupted, how it has corrupted. That becomes an input for the cyber security to implement the more secure, more proof attack mechanisms. Edmund Locker's principle: So as per this principle, proprietor of a crime will bring something into the crime scene and leave with something from it, and that both can be used as forensic evidences. Thus, every cyber fraud or cyber crime will have evidence. Only thing is we have to investigate it. For example, 10 people decide to go hunting and all shoot at the same deer at the same time. The group takes the deer's life. However, there is only one entry wound which hunter killed the deer. That has to be investigated. Evidence is there that we have to see in the proper eyes from the proper perspective. Digital forensics investigation process model. Friends, in the examination, I'd ask you to write the digital forensic investigation process model. Please try to remember this: identification, collection, preservation. These are the three steps which are part of the digital forensic investigation process: identification, collection, and preservation. These are done at the crime scene. Whereas examination, analysis, presentation is done in the digital forensic laboratory. Identification, in this stage, as we have seen, it is a potential sources of relevant evidence and or information, as well as key custodians and location of data are identified. So it determines the scope of the incident, assess the case, nature of case, internal, civil or criminal characteristics of the case. In the collection stage 2 or phase 2, you can write any one term: collecting digital information that may be relevant to the investigation. Collection may involve removing the electronic device from the crime or incident scene and then taking photos, imaging, copying or printing out its their content. Next is the third point, stage 3 or phase 3, wherein you will collect the data by following the chain of custody COC. The chain of custody COC is a printed or electronic document in which the acquisition or custody and transfers of any piece of evidence are recorded. It must include all basic information regarding acquisition, in that who, when, where and how, who acquired the evidence, when and where the evidence was acquired, and what method was used to acquire is dealt in the acquisition. Custody: who, where, how and how long, who had possession of the evidence, where it was kept, what method was used to store it, and how long it was kept. Processing: what was done to the evidence, cloning or analysis, etc. Transfer of the evidence from one possessor to another, recorded along with the signature of the new keeper. Final fate: destruction, secure deletion of evidence, return of evidence to owner, etc. Collecting evidence, what is most important thing is the question: document, document, document. Lawfully capture evidence, make cryptographically verifiable copies, set up secure storage of collected evidence, establish chain of custody, analyze copies only, use legally obtained or reputable tools for the investigation, document each and every step. This is very, very important. Stage 3 is the preservation. The process of preserving relevant electronically stored information, in short, called it as ESI, electronically stored information, by protecting the crime or incident scene, capturing visual images of the scene, and documenting all relevant information about the evidence and how it was acquired. It's an important step because information may be lost upon lack of care on volatile electronic devices. So preservation is very, very important. Coming to the stage 4 or phase 4 examination, purpose of examination process is to extract and analyze data evidence. Extraction refers to the recovery of data from its media. 5 or phase 5 analysis, an in-depth systematic search of evidence relating to the incident being investigated. In this stage called analysis, the outputs of the examinations are data objects found in collected information. This may include system and user generated files. Time analysis aims to draw conclusions based on the evidence found. Presentation begins with reports based on the proven techniques and methodologies. Also includes the aspect that other competent forensic examiners should be able to duplicate and reproduce the result. It should be in that way. So this is with respect to the basics of uh, digital forensics and digital forensics process. Friends, today we have discussed what is a cyber security, how it is related to forensics or cyber forensics, and what is a digital forensics process, what are the different stages or phases it involves, and also I had given you to an exploring assignment where just with the use of your smartphone you are requested to see what are the different laboratories available in Bangalore, what type of internship opportunities are available for you, what type of job opportunities you can aim for by looking at cyber security and forensics, and can you take any certification courses, uh, and can you think of working as a cybercrime investigation officer. These are the things I request you to kindly explore so that you can have in your mind a good mindset to work towards this, and it becomes really fruitful if you for being taken the cyber security as an elective. With this, I am concluding today's class. Tomorrow again we will join, and I am thankful to all of you for patiently listening, and I request all of you to repeatedly listen to the classes and study thoroughly. Thank you, one and all.